Good afternoon. My name is Nicole LaChapelle. I'm the mayor of Easthampton, and this is my weekly update. I've invited Cassandra and Kyle from Laudable Productions to join me. If you had seen on YouTube or on my Facebook page, I put up a couple of clips of the amazing Millside Live concert series that Cassandra and Kyle have produced for now. How many years, Kyle?
It's our third season this year.
Third season, amazing shows. And I just wanted to give folks an insight of what it actually is like to put on such a festival here. And Kyle and Cassandra have also done Falls Fest over in South Hadley Fall. So Cassandra, when does the idea making start for next year?
For next year, we're already gestating for next year. You know, we get ideas that come to us from performances, from art exhibitions that we see, and we start building our events well ahead of time.
Does that include sound and figuring out what you can do with sound in this space?
Sure, we're always getting creative with production and thinking about different ways to use sound and video. And like this year, we brought in visual art pairings, which has been really fun to put on the big LED screen at the back of the stage, with local visual artists being paired with musicians. And there's a really interesting curatorial process that went on to kind of think about which musical artists would pair nicely with visual artists.
I was going to ask, watching the art and the backdrop with the different acts, what was the process to pick? I mean, they were very well paired.
So Donabelle Cassis and I work together to pair artists and musicians.
Sure.
And then we have a live VJ at each of our events who then mixes the images in a dynamic way. So it's not a static slideshow, but it's almost like a live video component of the show, responding to what the musicians are doing on stage.
What has attendance been like over these 3 years? I mean, are you seeing an uptick? Are you seeing around a particular style or genre of music, or is it?
Well, for our very first event 3 years ago, we did a bluegrass festival, and we were prepared to be delighted if we had 400 people, and we had over 9.
Wow.
And then at this year's event, for the first event, we had 2,000 people, and we expect a crowd of about that size this weekend.
Amazing. Changes the lineup for sound production? Does that give, with those numbers going up in this space, does it restrict or expand the number of bands that you bring here, or the type of bands?
You know, the really nice thing about this space is it actually fits a lot of people really comfortably, and that's partly has to do with the design and the way you can walk right around the park. So the space actually feels great with its 1,500 people or 2,500 people. We put over 3,000 people for Irish Fest here last year, and it really just felt comfortable to everybody. So it's well designed, and we have sort of upped our game in the sound department for sure, and we strive to make it a really pleasant experience for everybody.
It's amazing over the years, and even this season 2 shows in, there are stalwarts that are here every single time. I recognize them from past years. And then there's, kind of a newer group. It seems like there's family happenings, but always about the same number of people and more.
Which is curious because we have a different genre of music each week. Yeah. And as you said, there's a stalwart group of people who will come to every show and stake out their corner and have their picnic. But each different genre brings a new crowd. One of the things that I love is that the play structure is completely overrun with children from the moment the gates open until the music stops around 10. We have lighting around there so parents have good lines of sight and kids can see, and then they gallop on the field behind us, making new friends and playing with each other, and it really has a very warm, family, inviting feel for everybody. Like even with 3,000 people in the park, it doesn't feel congested, everybody feels safe, everybody feels welcome.
Absolutely. Bike valet helps. So I like to ask like a myth buster question. So around the festivals and a lot of the productions that you have done that I have attended, they're free.
Yep.
Like, I would say, where's the magic money tree? Because I've got some projects for the city. I'd like to tap that. How do you make that happen?
Well, I have to say Easthampton is an incredibly generous community. There are individuals and businesses and organizations who've supported this festival from its inception. There are new people who come on board every year. This year we were incredibly lucky that River Valley Co-op reached out to us and said they wanted to be a part of it. They're of course developing a project here in town and wanted to reach out to the community and make a statement about their values and what they care about, and working with the festival was a really great way to do that.
And through that project we're also able to highlight all these local farms. There are Wild About Local Spotlight, which has been great. Like last week we had
Mountain
View Farm over here in Easthampton, and it's great to sort of share some of the stories about these farmers and producers with the audience. And you know, people in the valley love their local farmers and really appreciate that. So it's really kind of fun to have a round of applause and to take a moment to recognize them as part of our festival.
I mean, it was pretty impressive, the first concert this year, and then the second, when I was reading sponsors, that the list went down and then it flipped over. It was a little more of a commitment than I expected. In closing, I would ask you to make a commitment to yourself and come see these great concerts down here along our Mill District. Lots of fun, lots of food, everybody, all ages, welcome. Keyword, it's free. And I'll see you next week. Nicole LaChapelle signing out. Thanks.